Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to the series of how to use programming in automation. So, as part of this series, today I'm going to show you how to use arrays in automation. Okay. So, an array is a data structure. Okay. So, remember, an array is a data structure, or in a simple way, think of it as a special variable. Okay. An array is a special variable that allows us to store multiple values in a single variable. Okay. I will repeat once again. Arrays allows us to store multiple values in a single variable. Okay. So instead of creating separate variable for each value, we can use array to group them together in one place. Okay. Or we can say that array is like a container. Okay. Array is like a container that holds multiple related values. Okay. That holds multiple related values. And we usually use loops to access those values one by one. Okay. Okay. So now let us see how to create an array. So the syntax is const array name is equal to always square bracket. Okay, square bracket. Arrays are always written inside the square bracket and the values. So I will say value 1 comma within single quote value 2 comma within single quote value 3. Okay, so this is how we create an array. Okay, so arrays are always written inside the square bracket, remember, and each value is separated by comma. Okay, so each value is separated by comma and the values are enclosed within single quote or double quote. Okay. Okay, so example, so we will say const products is equal to, within square bracket we will say pen, then book, then we will say camera. Okay, so these are all the three values we are storing in constant sorry products array. Okay, so here products is the array name, pen, book and camera are the values. Okay. And very important thing to remember is array follows zero based indexing. Okay, remember array follows zero based indexing. Okay, it means first element is at the index 0 and second element at 1 and so on. So what I mean by that is, so if you want to access camera, you have to say console.log products of, so here, products of 2. Okay, so arrays always starts from 0. So if you want to access camera, it will be 0 1 2. Okay, so if you want to access pen, you have to say products of 0, so it means it will give pen value. Okay. So now I'll tell you, so when automating, when you can think of using array in your script or in your use case. Okay, so while automating, whenever you come across multiple elements. Okay, so example, like you search some product in Amazon and it will give many links, correct, many product links, and there are multiple elements, correct. So you can store those elements in an array, correct. And you have multiple elements to sorry, multiple products to search, like pen, book, camera, and you have multiple products to search. So in that case also you can use array. And also, like, you have um, you want to test login functionality with different set of username and password. Okay, so in that case also you can use arrays. Okay, just remember that. So when you're dealing with multiple values, you can think of using array in your script. Okay. So to show you this, I've selected two application. One is Amazon and Sauce Labs. Okay, so in Amazon, what I'll do, so here, if we scroll completely down, we have footer links. Okay, so I'll keep all these links in some variable, and I will click on some link. So I will say like supply to Amazon or sell on Amazon some link. Okay. Sell on Amazon some links. I will click on it. Okay. So this is one example I will give you. Then in Swaslag application, sorry, Source Demo application. So what I'll do here, we can see multiple users, correct? So we will test login functionality with these users. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. So here I've already created this spec file called arrays and I've created two test. Okay, so what is the first one we want to do? So we want to store this footer links in some variable. Okay, okay, so let us inspect this footer link and keep it in some variable. And just scroll up. So as we can see, I'll copy this, Control F. So it has one matching element. Okay, one matching element. I want to click on the link. So I will say anchor tag A. Okay, so we can see here that it is highlighting the links. Okay, so I will take this locator and I will keep it in some variable. Okay, so here this is array. Okay, so it has more than, it is storing more than one elements. So const, I will call it footer links is equal to await page dot locator. This is the locator. Okay. Okay, so now, so what we need to do, I want to, so here I have the links, so I'll use for loop to go through each links and click on the link which contains sell on Amazon. Okay, so I need to use for loop. Okay, so to use for loop I need the count. So how to get the count? By using dot count method. Okay, and I will store the count in some variable called link count. Link count is equal to await footer links dot count. So this will give me the count. So now I'll use for loop to go through each links. So let I is equal to 0, I less than, sorry, I less than link count and I plus plus. I plus plus. Okay, so now I want to get the text of it, correct? So when we get the text, so I can click on that text. So how to get the text? By using inner text. Okay, and I will keep that inner text in some variable called link text. Link text is equal to await footer links dot nth of I. Footer links dot nth of I dot inner text. Okay, so here I'm using for loop. So first time it will give me the first inner text, that is about Amazon, then careers. So second time it will give me the second inner text. Okay, so here I'm passing this I value. Okay, so first time it will be 0, it means it will give me the first link. Okay. Okay, so let us print this. Okay, console.log, I'm using backticks footer text. So footer text of first one. So I will say I. Footer text of first one is, I'll print the link text. Link text. Okay. So now I'll use the condition. So what is the condition? If this link text includes sell on Amazon, then click on this link. Okay. Okay. So if link text dot includes what? Includes sell on Amazon. I'll just copy this text. If this includes sell on Amazon, then I'll give within single quote or double quote. Okay, so then click on this link. So await footer links dot nth of I dot click and I'll use break. So it will exit the loop. Okay. Okay. So after this, I will just get the new title. So I will say console dot log, and before that I will get the title. So const new page title. I'll create a variable called new page title is equal to await page dot title. So this title method will give me the title. So now I'll just print the title, or you can do some assertion. Okay. Okay. So I'll say navigated to page new page title. Okay. Okay. So this is how, so we collected the links in some variable and used for loop to go through each links and clicked on sell on Amazon if the link text includes sell on Amazon. Okay. Okay. So let us execute this. So I'll change the spec name. Let's say arrays. Yeah. And if you think you're learning something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It's loading Amazon. So it clicked on something. Okay. I'll give some weight so we will know. Okay. Seventh link is sell on Amazon. Okay. Okay. So after clicking, I'll give some weight. Okay. So or here before giving the title, I will say await page dot wait for timeout. After this, I'll show you SaaS demo application. Okay. So how to test same login functionality with different set of username and password. And it is also called as data driven testing because we are passing multiple datas. Okay. Okay. It clicked. It's taking time to print the result. Oh, it failed. We will see once again why. So it's saying slow test file. It's because of here my internet is slow. I'll remove this wait and I'll put after console statement. Okay. Okay. Let us run once again. Now launch the application. Now it will go to the footer links and click on sell on Amazon link. Yeah, I clicked on sell on Amazon. Okay. You can see selling on Amazon is the link. Okay. 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 So now we'll go to the next one, that is source demo application. Okay. 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 So here what we need to do, first we need to create an array of object. Okay, so remember, first we need to create an array of object called credentials, and then we need to store some username and password. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, see, so const, so I will say credentials. Okay, so this is the array of object is equal to square bracket. Okay, so here you know that we have to create, sorry, we have to use square bracket here to store multiple objects. Okay, so inside this credentials we will store multiple objects. Okay, using square bracket, sorry, curly braces. Okay. Okay, so here we are creating two values, one is username and password. So username colon, username colon, and what is the username, so we will enter later. Now we will create password. Okay, password colon, and we will enter the value. Okay, so this is the first object. So here I'll show you the application. So here we have four users, sorry, six users. Okay, so we have to create six objects like that. Okay, inside credentials. Okay, for now let us create only four or three. Okay. Okay, so I will copy this. I will create three more. Okay. Okay, so I will copy the username from here and password is secret sauce. Okay, next user is logged out user. So password I will give for this also secret user. Sorry, secret sauce. Then third user is problem user. And for this also I will say secret sauce. For this also I will give same. So I'll copy the fourth user. That is performance glitch user. Okay. Okay, so here we have created an array of object. Okay, so I will repeat once again. Const credentials is an array of object, and inside the square bracket and inside the square bracket we have to create multiple object. So we are using I'll always forget its name, curly braces. Okay, username and password, username colon and the values in a single quote. Okay, and we have to use comma as per the syntax, value comma value 1 comma value 2, correct? And here value 1, value 2 and value 3, these are all objects. Okay, okay. So now what we need to do, so now we have to use for of loop to go through each usernames in an array. Okay, so remember we have to use for of loop to go through objects in an array. Okay, okay, so let us create for of loop for const. So what is that? Username, we need username, correct? So username comma password, username and password of credentials, username and password of credentials. Okay, const. Okay, so now let us print and say which from which user we are logging in for the first time. Okay, using backtick we will say testing with user, username, testing with username. Here we will print username and it will print the username and password. We will print the password. Okay, okay. So now we will enter the username and password. Okay, so await. So we need to inspect await page dot locator, or we will say page dot fill. Okay, so here we have to fill the locator and the value. So what is the value? Value is username. Okay, and await page dot fill. So here the locator of password and the value is password. Okay, okay. Now we need to click on login button. So await page dot click the locator of the login button. Okay, okay. So now let us inspect the locator. So let us hide. Let us take ID and password is password itself, and login button. It has ID. Okay, so after logging in, I'll give some weight. Okay, so await page dot wait for timeout. I'll just give 1 minute of time. Okay, okay. So after the logging in, so if the login is successful, so I want to log out. Okay, I will say once again, if the login is successful, so it will be successful with this user. Okay, so after this, it should log out. Let us inspect element for logout. So we'll go to the settings and here we have logout option. Okay, let us inspect this. Okay, it has ID React burger menu button. Okay, And before that, let us inspect. So once the login is successful, let us inspect whether this is visible. Okay, just a validation. We'll say ID inventory container. Let us take this, or we'll take inventory list. Okay, we will put a if condition. Okay, so if await page dot locator, this is a class. Okay, locator is visible. Okay, so after login it will be visible, is visible, then log out. Okay, we will just put a condition. If it is visible, then login. Okay, so if the login is successful, then it will be visible, then click on logout. Okay. Okay, so this is the ID. Await page dot locator dot click, and we'll inspect logout link. It has ID logout sidebar link. Wait page dot locator dot click. Okay. Okay, so if, so this is if the login is successful. Okay, so if the login is not successful, we want to say that login is failed. Else we'll say, we'll just say console.log, say login failed. Okay, and after this, so here we will just clear this username and password. I will copy the same. To enter the next set of username and password, let us delete it. Okay, just use single quotes. This will clear the username and password field. I'll just remove single quotes here and I'll put semicolon. Okay, instead of comma. I'll remove comma and I'll put semicolon here. Okay, so the error is gone. Now let us execute this. Okay. Okay. And if you think you're learning something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, sorry. So here we'll remove dot only from here, and I'll put here. So this is how we use array concept in automation. Okay. Please do practice. Okay. So it entered username and password, logged out. Again, I clicked on logged out user. Now logging out, third user and fourth user. Okay. Okay, so this is how we perform data driven testing. Okay, okay, thank you so much for watching.